we're currently building some butterfly banks on Trumpington Meadows Nature Reserve. So the idea of these features is that they're a conservation experiment. They're designed to try and find out whether we can improve habitat for butterflies and other species of insects by increasing the variation in topography, so the lumps and bumps within a nature reserve. And the reason for this is that we know that climate change is a big problem. The world is warming up, and that creates problems for species as they try to maintain suitable temperatures. But features like this are designed to try and make what we call microclimates, so areas where shade or shelter generate temperatures that are different from the air temperature. So if you imagine that on a hot day, if you're out in the sun, it's really, really warm, but you can walk under the shade of a tree and that makes you much cooler. And that is a microclimate to us as humans. But for insects and other invertebrates, much smaller features can create those same kind of conditions that they can shelter in or hide in to get away from climate change. So the banks are designed in an E shape, and the reason for this is that it gives us a whole different set of combinations of features. So you imagine that the slopes can be facing in each direction. We have some facing north, south, east and west. And within the prongs of the E, those slopes are then sheltered. They're a bit more protected from the wind, whereas on the back of the E, they're more exposed and open. And so we can look at the difference between whether species prefer exposed or sheltered. And we know that by creating good vegetation, by managing our nature reserves well, we can create the habitat that species require. What this is designed to do is to try and think about the thermal environment, the temperature habitat that they need, and create those features to make nature reserves more resilient for our wildlife in the face of climate change.